Today we're doing a deep dive into one very specific piece of hardware that's creating some real logistical headaches out there in the professional AV world.
It really is a very important piece, too.
We're talking about the TVO and CORIOview input modules. Specifically, this one model, the CV-AVIP-IN-1USB-1ETH-FF.
Which is a mouthful.
Yeah, let's just call it the IP decoder. The key thing here, the real reason we're talking about it, is that this component is, well, it's about to vanish.
And that's the core of the problem. Our sources, which come from HDTV Supply, and they've been in this game for 25 years, they're strategic partners with brands like tvONE. They confirm it.
They even have that specialized 833 Wolfpack support line, so they know their stuff.
They do. And they're saying this module is officially approaching end of life, EOL. For any big facility that relies on the system, that's a 5-alarm fire.
Okay, so let's break down why it's so important. What does this IP decoder actually do? At its core, it's a translator, right?
Exactly. It's the brain. It takes these complex data streams, from the internet or a USB drive, and it turns them into pixel-perfect visuals on a massive video wall.
And what really stood out to me was this dual decoding engine it has. It's not just one channel in.
Right. It's much more than a simple input slot. You get 2 full IP stream decoders and a whole integrated media player.
And those decoders, they handle all the key formats, like H.264, H.265.
And HEVC, which is basically H.265, that's the crucial one for efficiency. It lets you get really high-quality 1080p live feeds without completely crushing your network bandwidth.
Okay, but here's the part that's a bit of a puzzle for me. The live stream decoding, you say it tops out at 1080p.
That's right.
But the media player that's built in,
Yeah.
it can play static images up to 8K resolution. That seems like a huge difference. Why?
It all comes down to its purpose. It's built for specialization. The 1080p is for real-time, low-latency stuff. Think live news feeds in a command center, that sort of thing. It needs to be fast and stable.
Okay, that makes sense.
But the 8K capability, that's for when you need to pull up something with insane detail. A complex schematic, an architectural drawing, high-res archival photos that runs off the internal 16-gig SSD.
So it's basically an AV interpreter that's fluent in 2 very different languages, speed and detail.
You got it. It handles the fast conversation and the massive reference library at the same time.
So we've got the tech down. It's a high-performance, very flexible unit. But high performance usually comes with high stakes. And here, the stake is just time.
Exactly. And the price reflects that complexity. It's sitting at around $3,000.
Wow. Okay, so how does that fit into the rest of the CORIOview family?
It's kind of mid-range, actually. It's a bit more than, say, a simpler 3G SDI input card, which is about $2,000, but it's a little less than the dedicated dual HD base units.
And our sources mention it's TAA compliant. That's important, isn't it?
Oh, that's huge. That means it can be used in government or federal installations. It meets all the sourcing requirements. So now you have a situation where these massive mission-critical government systems might depend on a part that...
That's not to be gone. The limited availability notice is a serious warning.
Right. It's a logistical nightmare. If you need guaranteed spare parts for a system that has to run for another 10, 20 years, what do you do?
Because the other modules, the SDI and HEBAST ones, they're still available.
For now. But this specific IP decoding bridge, this unique translator, is the one disappearing.
So to wrap this up for you listening, the big picture here is the CV-AVIP module is a workhorse. It translates complex data into amazing visuals, streaming at 1080p and showing images up to 8K.
But the real challenge this whole situation brings up is one of planning. When a quiet, unsung hero component like this hits end of life, it forces a really tough question for AV teams. How fast can you move? How quickly can you vet, budget, and buy the spares you need before a component that is absolutely essential for your very specialized infrastructure is simply gone forever? It turns long-term system planning into a frantic race against the clock.